Right. All right. What were we talking about there?
We were talking about
A big Jew. Ari Shafir.
that banana by your bed.
That banana by my bed. That banana by my bed.
When the banana hits your ass like a big... I don't know.
When the hits your eyes.
When the cum hits your eyes.
It's coming out of a chap's eye.
You can't
right,
say that anyway.
Korean eye.
Yeah.
Asian eye.
Asian eyes.
Yes.
She's got Asian eyes. Was it Betty Davis?
Asian eyes. When
that's
look
completely
at you
different song
when
as
I
well.
can't.
That's Hungry Eyes.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, she's got.
Is that not
hungry eyes? Huh?
Yeah, no, but
Her eyes are
she's
bigger
got
than her
Betty
stomach.
Davis eyes. That's the one you're
Yeah.
on about. Yeah.
I was saying she's got very Asian eyes. There you go. Memoirs of a Geisha. Tom Cousins.
This is
Tommy
starting
Cousins.
already. This is.
Yeah, whatever. I thought you were dead.
I
heard you were
tried
dead.
killing myself. I did try several times,
Yeah.
but I don't know if people say about fucking, they go, oh, suicide, it's the coward's way out. I'm too much of a coward to actually kill myself.
Well, it takes balls to kill yourself.
I feel like, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
could never do it. Do you know what I mean? Based purely off of I'm a pussy.
Yeah, I think I've just seen someone attempt and then the effect it had on everyone around.
Yeah, I think
you know?
someone, because like my train got stopped for like 20 minutes on the way home last night.
Yeah.
And I ran into Jake Steers and he's like, yeah, I think someone jumped on the tracks.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck, it's annoying.
It is
it's
annoying.
so annoying.
Well, it's a very selfish way of doing it, is jumping in front of a train.
yeah, or just
Yeah.
do it on like a freight train.
I think John Sharp was actually jumped in front of a bus, like it was actually like,
That was the end of it.
or John Sharp says he got hit by a bus, but maybe he threw himself in front of a bus.
Yeah, maybe, and
And
he
he
forgot.
And he forgot that he
All,
tried to
all
kill
he's doing
himself.
is working
Yeah,
his
he's
way
like,
back up
something's
to where he
wrong.
was.
I don't know why I feel so bad. It's because you're depressed and you tried to kill yourself.
Yeah.
Like, no, I don't think that's it. I can't quite put my finger on it.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Fuck,
All
man.
his soul searching, he's just going to get to where he was and be like, oh, fuck, I was trying to kill myself.
It
Like,
must
was
be
just
brutal
whenever.
to have that level of just like memory loss, where like you just like when you're seeing people just having the same. When did I last see you? It's like, this morning, actually, John. We had sex this morning. But where were
You
you?
gave him a roofie, to be fair.
I gave him a roofie, yeah. That's why I fucked him on the roof. Do you think that's what they call
That's what they should call killing yourself by jumping off a
do
roof.
you remember a roofie?
Roofie.
Right, I didn't know a roofie.
Yeah.
9/11.
It'll put you to sleep.
Yeah,
roofie.
that would. Bay roofie. But maybe that's what they call throwing gays off a roof in the Middle East.
That's what they would call it in Australia
A
if they
roofie.
started doing that.
What?
Well, give this kind of fucking roofie.
Yeah.
It's kind of roofie. Oh,
yes, he
man.
would.
I said that at the Bill Murray the other night, and like the Bill Murray can be a bit touchy. And there was a girl to the right, and they're all just these posh Tory cunts.
She
and they were
grabbed your
just,
dick?
Huh?
This is a bit touchy. I don't know.
Oh yeah, she was a bit touchy-feely, and they're all just like these posh fucking Tory cunts. They're like ruining the show. And there was this girl, and she was like, just saying something.
Yeah.
I don't think you can.
What?
I would. You got to leave them ones
She-
alone.
she-
Oh
was the same,
yeah.
yeah.
She was wearing.
She was in a
helmet.
wheelchair.
In fairness, yeah, she was in a wheelchair. Yeah. She was like, I am, whatever, and then she was like half asleep, and I was like, oh, the roofies are kicking in. And then as soon as it left my mouth, I was like, God damn it, like that's. But I mean,
Did it
that's
go
a
down
go-to.
badly?
It went down fine.
That's
Yeah,
good.
in a room like that, because you're basically implying that you roofied her.
Yeah. I mean,
but-
he just looked at, well, I've got to be going.
Yeah.
got
You're
about
coming
4
with
minutes.
Did the crowd hate her?
Yeah, you could tell they were like, oh. Like it's rare to have people like that at that club. You know what I mean? Like to have like drunk, fucking retarded Tory cunts. But the other night I did a gig, and I was talking about I had this joke about veterans and like Piers Morgan saying that veterans should get a whole, like he's like, why do queer people get a whole month and veterans only get a day or whatever? And then some guy just went, this gay guy went, the army's pretty gay, like with a very gay voice.
Yeah.
And I just went, well, you should fucking join it then. And then I was like, and I hope you get deployed to the Middle East and you get shot. And it was just like did not go down
Silence.
well whatsoever.
Pure silence.
And then he came up after the gig and he was just like, because it was literally, I was about to say the punchline.
Yeah.
Oh,
And he
mate.
just went, the army's pretty gay. And I just went,
Fucker.
and I was just like, yeah, well, you should fucking. And I said that, and then it just got nothing. And then he came up afterwards. And he was like, "I'm so sorry, whatever." And I was like, "I'm so sorry, I stepped in your foot." He's like, I'm in the army, and that's why I said it. And he's like, "I'm really gay," and I was just like, "Oh, they should bring back Don't Ask, Don't Tell." You know what I mean? Like, just to get.
Do you believe that though? Do you reckon he actually was gay and in the army?
He looked like
It seems like they'd knock that voice out of you.
Do you think they make him
Yeah, I think
march
so.
at the front of the line?
what?
Like, so he's not.
Oh, so just because he can't trust him to be behind? Yeah. I don't want that cunt behind me. All right? He has to be on the front lines. All right?
I wonder if they just got like they've got a new diversity thing in, but it's just for like getting landmines and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean?
They're
Like
people.
we're gonna
Just
hire a
send the
load more
gays out.
gays. Right, out you go. Yeah.
Yeah. But he goes, he was just like, "I'm in the army," and he was like, "They're fine with the queers now. It's the women they don't like." That's what he was saying, apparently.
I did read about that in the paper.
What? There's a lot of misogyny in the army now.
No, that was like some. It was like.
I don't want any pussy getting in the way of a good time.
The good time is killing Arabs. And
yeah.
get that pussy out of here. I'm trying to fucking kill an Arab over here. You know?
An
What were you-
experiment with my gay fucking.
Yeah. But they should do that. They should launch a lot of gay guys with AIDS and then have them infiltrate the other side.
What in the Middle East?
Well, not in the middle. It wouldn't really work in the Middle East.
In catapults?
Huh? Launch the gay guys like in catapults, in trebuchet,
Trebuchet.
just and then have them go in and like infiltrate their army and then fuck them all and give them AIDS.
Yeah.
I mean that's
or if
that's
they've
the
got
long
AIDS.
game.
If they've got AIDS and the
If you want-
trebuchet throws them over there, they explode. Blood spatter.
Ah,
Do you know what I mean? That's
imagine
like a gay grenade.
a gay grenade. But yeah, like you get a guy with AIDS.
Grenades.
Grenades.
There you
go. Yeah, you get a gay guy who's got AIDS. He's a suicide bomber.
Yeah.
You send him. He
Suicide
explodes. Suicide bomber. Yeah, suicide bomber. You send him over there. He detonates. His AIDS goes everywhere.
This is pretty good.
And they don't have fucking PrEP over in the Middle East. You know, they don't have any anti-AIDS.
No, but you have to take the
medication.
prep first anyway, wouldn't you?
No, because then you're not contagious.
Yeah. So say if a gay suicide bomber was going to blow up in front of you,
Yeah.
you'd have to have taken prep before that, so they
Right.
wouldn't get you.
Right. It's like the way they gave out iodine tablets.
What was
You know,
that?
Where during the war here, they
Yeah.
gave British citizens iodine tablets in case there was like a nuclear attack. Because
Right.
apparently it does something to lowers the radiation levels in your blood and it can kind of save you or whatever.
That was never going to work, was it?
No. Or else they
Yeah.
hand out.
Just to make people feel better.
Yeah.
It's like,
But they hand out gas masks as well. Like my gran had a gas mask in her
Mm.
fucking in her shed that were handed out to Irish people because the Nazis actually accidentally hit Ireland once with a fucking bomb.
Oops.
They're like,
Really?
"Oh, sorry, we meant to hit the English. Sorry, Ireland." But yeah, you got gay. But what was it?
Yeah, was
Suicide
Ireland
bombers.
involved in the war?
No, they just hit us by accident.
Yeah.
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 What do you bang on about? Do you know what I mean? What like the old granddads of Ireland like bang on about?
Oh yeah, we're just neutral on everything. You know, we're not even in NATO. We don't even want to. But we've gotten in trouble in the past because we let like American fighter pilots stop in Ireland to refuel.
Right.
And we're like, is that really neutral to let them fucking come
Yeah.
over, stop in Shannon Airport, fill up their planes, bang a whore,
Mm.
get back on the plane,
Bang
and
a
then-
potato.
huh?
Bang a potato.
have
Off you go.
Have a few spuds or whatever. But anyway, yeah, this gay guy came up afterwards, 21, so he's like, "I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to step on your." And I am furious at the person, but
Yeah.
you just have to be like, "Yeah, that's fine." Just fucking-
Yeah.
just-
you don't
yeah,
have to
it's
be
fine.
like that.
Huh?
I tell people to fuck off all the time.
I
if,
feel like
if they fucked up a joke
yeah,
and it ruined my set, and they
Yeah.
come up and be like, if they start trying to say that I was just trying to help bullshit,
yeah.
I say, get the fuck away from me.
You faggot.
Thank you for finishing my. We finish each other's sentences all the
yeah,
time.
yeah. How about I finish off your fucking? Oh, how about I? Yeah, I don't know. I was gonna say something about finishing, but he was apologetic, and I was like, if he came up and was like, I was just trying to help, I would have been like, fuck off. But he was like
Yeah.
really apologetic. He was like, I'm so sorry, and I was like, it's fine. You can just blow me or whatever. But another thing that bombed out.
Was he your type?
No. He was like,
What's
"No."
going on with Matey Boy?
The black,
Yeah.
black boy,
Yeah.
black boy,
Oh, Black Betty.
Black Betty, Bama Lamb.
Yeah.
She
Black Buddy.
black buddy.
yeah.
Oh, Black Buddy, Bama Lamb. Black Betty had a child. I don't know. I was gonna say something there. Yeah, it's gone the radio silent a little bit. Yeah, he texted me this morning at 7 a.m. going, "Hola." He texts me at like weird hours when I know he's
Wait,
been
so he
out doing
texted you this
blow.
morning? That's not radio
Yeah.
silence.
Huh?
That's not radio silence.
No, but he's obviously been out on doing blow and whatever, and then he's like
Blowing more
blowing
people.
more people, and then he's like wants it like a booty call type thing.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I'm like get DMs on Instagram being like, "Hola," just weird fucking things, and then I'm like, "Yeah, what are you doing? I'm fucking in bed."
Yeah.
You know?
Imagine if he did come round all like gacked up and that. You're like, hello, yes, how are you?
How are you?
You're like in a dressing ground making toast and that.
yeah.
I want to fuck. You're like,
Yeah.
all right, yeah.
Yeah, no,
This is
he
very romantic.
No, he wouldn't let me fuck him now. I think the pod ruined my chances with some other fella when I was doing it with Mike, because we had these very like a saucy DM exchange. And I read out the DMs on the pod.
Yeah.
And
I
then
remember
made
that.
Then I made a clip of it. And
Yeah,
put it on
yeah.
Instagram, and he was following me. And then all of a sudden, then he
when is
texted me.
this?
Yeah.
Oh, this was like 2 years ago.
Right.
Yeah.
And then he texted me being like, "Yeah, I don't like gingers anymore." And I was like, "Oh, you're a fucking cunt."
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't like fucking hairy Turks either. So how about that? Yeah, he wasn't hairy. He was a twink, but
Turkey
yeah.
twink.
huh?
Turkey
twink.
Turkey
yeah.
twinks, love.
So anyway, this guy at we could have done with you at 21. So I feel like you would have snapped it. We had this guy who was hosting at 21 Soho, the biggest fucking cunt.
Why?
I've met in a while. I think you might know him, Hamish. He's something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
massive cunt. Oh boy, yeah.
But you're gonna bleep the name, right?
Yeah, I believe the
Yeah,
name,
yeah,
of course. Yeah. He's a cunt, right?
Do you know what? I've only met him twice. I
Yeah.
met him at South Kent when I first got here, and he's like, yeah, he's Australian, so I was like, I thought I was going to run into him, and I saw him once in Edinburgh. Like, I don't think he gigs that much.
No,
like
he doesn't.
No.
But
Was he based
hosting.
over here now, though?
Yeah.
Right.
Looks like fucking like a retarded Jason Momoa, and he was hosting. Fucking stank.
Yeah.
Comes off anyway, and I'm just trying to hang with fucking Josh Whedon, and he's just there like trying to big time us. He's like, "So you guys doing 20s often, or like what's your?" And I was just like, "Oh my god,
Yeah.
fucking cunt!" And he just kept trying to like, I was just trying to talk to Josh, and this guy kept like chiming in, he's trying to like one up like what I was saying, and then I just got to the point where I was like, I'm just cutting this guy out, and then we're standing there, and he does this right, because some of the stuff bombed when I was on stage at 21.
Yeah.
Like,
What, your
doing this-
stuff or his stuff?
My stuff.
Yeah.
Like I did this bit where I was like talking about the Holocaust, and it started bombing, and then to just like I just started going, "Yeah, don't laugh at the Holocaust." Don't laugh at the Holocaust. I just started pointing at the audience, and I kept saying it for like 30 seconds. Like, don't laugh at the Holocaust.
Did
was
that get
brutal.
anything? That's fun.
It eventually got a laugh because
Right.
a woman, it was so awkward, some woman started laughing.
Yeah.
And then it just erupted, and I was like, "Woo! Thank God for that." And then afterwards, I could hear Josh laughing down the back throughout it. So I said to Josh, I was like, "It was so nice to hear you laughing down the back."
Yeah.
And this fucking cunt goes, "I was laughing as well." And he's like, "I was the only person laughing at points." And I just went, "Oh, thanks, buddy." And I just fucking ignored him. And then he just kept being like, "Yeah, man, I've been doing my show at the Fringe, and it's been nominated for fucking awards.
Oh,
it's been
God,
nominated,
man.
and so you guys thinking of going to the Fringe?" He's like trying to fucking. And I wanted to hit him with the fucking, "Who are you?
Yeah.
I've never heard of you, ever." I fucking hated him instantly. But I feel like if you were there, you would have been like, "Fuck off."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, he's always very nice to me. The 2 times I've met him,
Yeah.
so I might find it hard to. It might have made it less weird but like, yeah, I don't know. It's he wasn't that like that when I met him.
Right.
He
Maybe
I mean,
got the
I guess he
vaccine
was
or something.
talking about his. I think he's one of those guys, I guess, that just does fringe shows. Like they don't really seem to go and do spots. They don't wanna do,
Yeah.
like-
Yeah, there's a few of them about, and they live off the like you get a review from like a place where no one's ever heard of.
Yeah.
And then like if you look
Oh,
at
yeah.
all the reviews, the lowest one they ever give is like 4 stars.
Yeah, no, 5
It was
star
like-
means nothing.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, and he was like, "Yeah, I got nominated for the Edinburgh Comedy Newcomer thing," and I was like, "What? Like that's a huge thing."
Yeah,
And then I
yeah.
went and I looked at it, and it was just like, it was like the fucking like Aldi version of the comedy,
Yeah.
New Comedy Award thing, and so I was just like, "Fuck this guy." But I knew like if Hamish was there, he probably would have been like, if he said that to you about the thing,
you'd
was
have called it
I was the
out.
only person laughing at points. I feel like you would have been like, "What the fuck did you just say?"
Why the fuck were you laughing?
Yeah,
Were you
yeah.
laughing at me?
Yeah, it's just been like,
Yeah,
what?
did he try and say it to be supportive, to like get credit for it, or was he mugging
But
you
the
off?
way he said I was the
Yeah.
only person laughing at
yeah,
points.
exactly. That's like mugging you off.
So he's mugging me off. He's making me look like a fucking mug. And I just was just like, oh my god, fuck you. And then I just turned away from him. I was only talking to, and finally he left. And then we were just like, who is this cunt? Like who? Oh, this reminds me, we did a gig.
Do you know, it's if you change the letters of his name around, it spells ruin.
Ruin.
He ruins the moment.
He does ruin the moment. Yeah. No, I don't even know what his fucking second name is. But wait, I did a gig on, when was it? It was Friday night as well, and it was I won't say who, but it was a host, and he was talking, and then there's just these cunts from Essex that were talking in the crowd,
Yeah.
and he was like, "Well, what are you guys talking about?" And then the guy was like, "Oh, we're talking about your hat."
Right.
And then he thought he heard them say, "We're talking about your act."
Right.
You're talking about my fucking act? I'm trying to do my fucking act, and you're fucking interrupting it. Let's fucking go.
Oh,
and then
cool,
the guy
isn't
was
it?
just like, "I said your hat." Yeah. And then he was like, "All right, okay, yeah."
He definitely listens to every
Lost the room.
episode, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, yeah,
He's told me
yeah.
multiple times. He
Yeah,
listens to
dude,
every
get help for
episode.
your anger, okay? But it was just like this switch of like, you talking about my fucking act?
Yeah.
But in fairness, I thought he said act as well. And
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
there in the back like, oh boy, here we go. But he's one of those cunts who like you can just Essex fucking music playing in the fucking.
Is that fucking shits on seat?
No, it's just white people, you know,
Yeah.
playing music out loud from their cars.
More and more
yeah.
of them.
Yeah, every dude. There's a fight on that street every day because it's like it's quite tight, and then
Yeah.
cars are like one car's coming up and one car's coming down.
Yeah, yeah.
And they always just like meet in the middle, and they're like, "I ain't backing up."
Yeah,
And it's
yeah.
like it's always black people. It's
like-
always
It's
black
like
people.
that scene in Nymphomaniac with the two black guys that are trying to have a threesome, but then they're arguing over who gets the asshole. And
I haven't seen it.
all
No.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I haven't. Yeah.
Damn it.
But
Reminds
I'm
me
writing
of
it
that
down. I'm going
Christmas.
to watch this now.
Yeah. But
Home Alone.
yeah. God.
Arguing who gets the arsehole, who gets the mouth.
I've always thought this: if Home Alone would have been a completely different movie if they actually got their hands on Kevin McAllister.
Yeah. I
You know what I
reckon
mean?
if,
Yeah, yeah.
if they
Would've
were
been a
just
horror
sexually
movie.
motivated, they
Or
would
a
have
porno.
found a
Yeah.
way of getting in there. do you know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, if Marv got his hands on fucking like that guy's on a what do they call him? He puts the
wet
rag-
bandit.
The wet bandit.
Yeah.
That's
The sticky
the
bandits.
sticky bandits. Yeah, but I've always thought that it would have been a very violent movie. Like, what would they have done if they got
Well,
their
it
hands
was
on?
violent. They
Yeah.
yeah. Fucked up.
But what would they have done if they got their hands on Kevin McAllister?
Ooh.
You know what I mean?
They would have
You wouldn't like to know.
cartoonishly tied him up to a chair, which is
Right.
of course a felony.
Right.
But if it's the same film, I mean, if it's real life, I mean, who knows? They might have just strangled him.
Yeah.
Especially once they're angry, because they get angrier and angrier throughout the show.
Yeah,
Depends
yeah.
at what stage they get him. If they get him at the
Yeah.
start, maybe just tie him up, steal some shit.
Yeah.
If they get him at the end of the movie,
By the end,
After
yeah,
they
he's-
might have to rape
that's-
him first as well.
After they've
It's
tortured
a
him.
crime of passion by that
Yeah.
point. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then isn't Home Alone 2, isn't that where it's those guys again and they're going after him again?
Yeah, but in New York, yeah.
But like, if they...
You're kind of rooting for him at this point. Do you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, fuck that kid. Do you know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah, literally. but they're going after him again, so it's like, what would they have done if they got their hands on him the second time? But then Pigeon Lady saves him or something. I don't know,
Yeah,
the
the one who
pigeons
looks
come
like
in
Piers
and-
Morgan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Brenda Fricker, Irish actress.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'd like to flicker.
Huh?
Said I'd like to flicker.
Fricker, please. But
Fanny Schmeller.
oh yeah, that's.
I've got a mate who was on the chase.
Oh really?
And then
Yeah.
his episode was on. Yeah, he said he did it during COVID time. So apparently, when you go on there, it's like the bollocks. They give you like a hotel room and all this sort of shit, and then you do because they'll go, "You're a really good quiz. I'll come back." They all do a massive quiz the night before. He did his during COVID, so they literally had him in there for like 2 hours, and then the lunch was a meal deal. You didn't even get to choose it. And they were like, get in, get out.
Yeah.
And then they did really well. All 4 of them got to the thing, and then just some lady just kept pressing the button. It'd be like, Anne, and she'd be like, pass. And she just passed on all the things. They got 12 things right, and then 1 fuck all.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, good times.
Yeah, I hate the big fat cunt that's on the chase. You know, and she sits up at the...
Oh, Anne Haggerty.
Anne Haggerty, yeah. More like Anne Haggerty.
Yeah, she's fit,
an old
though.
Haggard.
Yeah.
She's fit.
Yeah,
She looks like Miss Trunchbull from fucking, what do you call it? Matilda.
Yeah.
But what's the guy's name? Bradley
Walsh.
Yeah. He's good crack.
The fucking, you know, the fat guy,
yes,
the beast, shagged his own cousin. I think he married his own cousin. Yeah.
Really? Is he a gypsy?
First or second?
I think first.
That was the real chase.
How do you think your family got the name Cousins? Surely somewhere.
What
down
people
the
don't
line.
know is your middle name is Foxes.
Yeah.
It's like your great granddad was Gary.
Gary Glitter.
And
Yeah.
Gary, And they're like, oh, fuck. Yeah, they just
I looked it up, and it means so every town had like a hero, like in the medieval days and that, and I was his cousin.
Right.
So I'm literally like coattails. Do you know what I mean? That might as
wow.
well be my
Tommy
name.
Coattails.
Yeah.
That's like a guy out of fucking Boardwalk Empire. Yeah, so fucking Tommy Coattails coming in. But
I mean, I didn't realize they named people after that. So like, so does anyone have like the last name like Whore? Like, you know, just like
My cousin's called Dean Hawes.
Dean Hawes.
Yeah, it's like Hawes.
So they okay, that's
Hawes.
Yeah, but that must be like, you know how things get misspelt over time, whatever.
Yes. Yeah. Like the
gotta be a
etymology of. Speaking of that, I was doing a bit of research on Jesus yesterday. For just whatever, and you know, there's a family in northern Japan who claim to be descendants of Jesus.
Oh.
Yeah, the Sawaguchi family.
Right.
Yeah.
Jesus,
Sawaguchi.
Yeah.
Oh. And they crucify Jesus. Oh. And so basically what they claim is that Jesus was born in Jerusalem.
Right.
And then he, at the age of 21, he went to Japan to learn how to teach Christianity. I don't know how he got to Japan, if he hitchhiked.
Did they even know Japan was about back then?
This is the thing. It's full of holes, Tom.
Yeah.
It's like his wrists.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Pew, pew.
Yeah. Pew, 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 pew. So anyway, he Pepe Le Pew, and then he fucking whatever thumbed it to fucking Japan.
Hitchhiked. Yeah.
Gets to Japan, and then he learns how to. It's like going like Batman at the start of Batman Begins. And he goes to Ra's al Ghul and he trains. Whatever. So he got in the dark arts or whatever. So then he goes to Japan.
Is that where he learned to do sushi? He fed all those people with the one fish.
There you go. Yeah.
They don't mention that in the Bible.
Yeah.
It was sushi.
Well, he didn't have time to cook it.
No.
He's going to cook fucking
he's busy
2,000 pieces of fish.
walking on water.
Yeah.
What's
The
that
holes
thing?
are coming back now. Do you know what I mean?
The holes?
The holes in the story. I'm rooting for the Sawaguchis at this
the
point.
Sawaguchis are
I want this to be
good
real
people
now.
in my mind.
Right.
You know? So the Sawaguchi, Jesus goes to Japan, and then he's there for 10 years, and they're like, this accounts for, Jesus' lost years where he was gone.
Yeah.
They don't know where he
The
was.
lost years.
The lost years of Jesus.
Wait, so what is the name? Sawaguchi?
Sawaguchi.
I've got a Sawaguchi.
I know, I've tasted it. You didn't know that, did you?
Though I set myself back up for that. I've waited too long since you said it.
Bring back Sawaguchi. What was the name of the family again? I've done that. I did that on Mike and Vittorio's thing where about 20 minutes passed, and I was like, what was it again? We're talking about...
was it the Dan Dong? I was thinking about that this morning.
Not Dan Dong. It was
Dong.
Alan Carr. What's the gay guy?
Yeah, Alan Carr.
Yeah.
Alan Carr, something about like he was is a gay guy called Alan Carr. He's a British celebrity, and I was just like about 20 minutes
But
after.
he looks like Jimmy Carr, but like kind of goofy, right? A little bit.
Nah, not really.
No, it's like Jimmy Carr's gay younger brother.
Yeah.
But he's just like, hey, and then about 20 minutes passed, and I was like, hey, I thought about a joke for the Alan Carr thing, and they were like, all right, yeah, go for it. We were talking about something else, and I was like, oh yeah, you think when Alan Carr is getting fucked in the ass, he spreads his cheeks and goes, get in the car. And then they were like, okay, we'll go back to what we were talking about. And I was like, oh, Jesus. So anyway, back to Jesus.
Back to Jesus and the
Jesus
sour
goes-
Goochies.
So, and the sour Goochies. That sounds delicious now.
It does, yeah.
We
It
should
sounds,
release-
like a type of Haribo
Oh,
or
yeah,
something. You know
sour
what I mean?
Goochies. Yeah. This is in the shape of it. The jelly is just a guy like this. And he's just his gooch. It's a little guy bending over. That's the sour Goochie.
like little fucking gummy bears.
Little gummy bears, yeah.
It's still got the cherries in there, though. Do you know what I mean? It's his first time.
The sour Goochies. So anyway, Jesus goes to the sour Goochies, and they teach him.
Very karate.
Yeah,
They teach him wax
him
on, wax
karate,
off.
Yeah. So he goes to there, and then they send him back to Jerusalem to teach Christianity. So he goes back there, and then everything that's in the Bible happens. So he gets the Romans are like,
So all of that happens in like 6 months when he gets back to Jerusalem.
I don't know the exact
It was his gap year.
timeline.
Yeah.
It was gap year, yeah. So he goes back to Jerusalem and does all the Jesus stuff, and then the Romans catch him, and then apparently Jesus had a brother called Jiu-Jitsu or something. I swear his name is something like that. So Jesus had a brother.
Wait, in the Bible that's in there?
No, this is in their story.
Okay, just their story. Yeah,
Because what happened was, this all comes from a thing in like 19 something. A fucking archaeologist found like a scroll in a cave that said all of this.
Seems legit.
Or it was in the 1800s or something. It turned out to be a hoax, but this is what
of
they're saying. So
the Joseph Smith, the Mormon guy.
Exactly. So the what? Oh, the guy who pretended to be he was like, I'm Jesus.
How he's like he had to look in a hat and like read this the two stones or whatever. Like
Right.
No, he didn't pretend to be Jesus. He's like, oh, I've got new information from God.
Mm-hmm.
He's written it on these things, but only I can read it or something. I don't know the exact story. but,
Right.
like,
That's
Okay.
pretty good, actually. Do you know what I mean?
But there's been a couple of guys who've claimed to be
It's a South
Jesus.
Park episode.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you remember?
No.
Joseph Smith was called a prophet. Dum dum dum. Have
No.
you not seen this? Oh my god!
No, I need to really watch more South Park. I've only seen a few episodes. But so anyway, Jesus goes back to the thing, and Jesus' brother's like, I'll take the hit. They can crucify me because I kind of look like you or whatever. So then he goes, you.
So Jesus' brother was also the son of God, or was he Joseph's son?
Yeah.
That's good. That's a good point. Like I said, there's a lot of holes.
Because imagine God's like, I don't know if Jesus is going to work out. We'll make another one.
Make another one just in case he's a
a backup.
like a backup Jesus.
Yeah, he might grow out to be gay or something. We don't want that.
Yeah.
Wouldn't mind him backing up on this thing.
Oh yeah, back up Jesus. Ooh. So anyway, they have a backup Jesus. He gets crucified, and he's like, "Flee to Japan. Go to Japan.
Right.
Teach people."
Yeah.
So
yeah.
then Jesus
Did he
goes-
not do enough teaching on the first time around Japan?
No, they taught him how to teach in Japan.
Right.
10 years, which is like, so he must have got a master's degree or something.
Yeah.
He went
Dr. Jesus.
Yeah, exactly.
Sawaguchi.
Dr. Jesus Sawaguchi. Oh, that's a good doctor. I am your neurologist, Dr. Jesus Sawaguchi. So he goes back to Japan, and he's 31 now, and then he marries a 19-year-old whore.
Nice.
Yeah, a Japanese whore, and then they have 3 daughters together. And then he basically just lives out his life just as a rice farmer.
Oh, what the hell?
Yeah, he doesn't do anything Jesus-y.
Yeah, this is...
And he teaches people how to fucking whatever.
Eat rice.
Do some shit, eat rice.
the ways of the samurai.
Yeah, and then he basically just lived out his life. He lived there till he was 106. And then he died, and they took his bones, and then they buried them in this mound. And and then you can go to North Japan, and it's this town called Sujui or something.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like Sojui.
Sojui, yeah.
Sojui. But it's literally called like Shujiu. So it's kind of like Sojui or whatever.
Yeah.
So
But
then,
we know what they meant.
Yeah.
We know what
we
they're
know
getting
what
at.
they meant. So that's what the Japanese, when they saw Jesus, they were like, Sojui. And so then they bury his bones in this mound.
He was complaining and haggling. They were like,
Yeah.
oh, Sojui.
And so then they bury his bones in this mound. And the mound is still there in Japan. You can go and visit the mound. But
Right.
no
I
one has
love
tried
a
to
mound.
dig up. Oh, yeah. Big fucking muff mound. And then the bones are there. So then, obviously, he had 3 daughters. So they say that they obviously then got married and had kids.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
there's
yeah.
now a guy who's alive. And his name is something Sawaguchi. And he's like, yeah, I'm a descendant of Christ. and he was like, one of the things he says is like evidence is that people on his side of the like people in his family had un-Japanese like physical attributes, and of course my mind went straight away to big penises. Big cock.
And they're all circumcised.
Yeah, they're all, yeah, exactly. Yeah, they've all got holes in their hands. But
this has already got a massive plot hole where he has 3 daughters. The Sawaguchi name dies with the 3 daughters.
No, because he marries the
daughters.
Woman. What? He marries the daughters.
Yeah, but then
that's a different religion. But yeah, so he so obviously the woman's name was Sawaguchi.
What, Jesus' wife or Jesus' kid?
Oh, so
Jesus' wife.
Jesus' his brother's kid, right?
No, because Jesus' brother.
Yeah, he's
got
dead.
crucified.
He's on the cross somewhere. He's got
they're
framed.
saying they switched.
Yeah,
they switched.
I missed that part.
No. They switched. Jesus' brother was like, "Go, Jesus! I'll take the hit."
Wow.
Yeah.
But then that means that Jesus didn't die for our sins.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. His fucking gay brother did.
Fuck.
Yeah.
And
maybe it was just when he.
He enjoyed it a bit, I think.
Nail me.
Nail me to this cross.
Yeah.
So then Jesus goes, he dies. So then this guy's like, I'm a descendant of Christ because my family had like un-Japanese like characteristics, and one of the things was that they were all tall and they had blue eyes, and everyone in that region of Japan is like small and kind of like,
Were they still
black
eyes or
black eyes, dog's eyes?
Were they still kind of eyes or?
Oh Jesus! Well, no, I think one eye is fine when you do that. No, he does. I saw a photo of him and he's got the very Asian eyes,
but blue.
To quote that song, blue eyes.
He's got very Asian
eyes.
It's Jesus' brother in disguise.
He's got very Asian eyes. So then, but apparently there's this part of northern Japan now where tourists go, and they kind of go to this mound and they worship it, and like they have a festival there once a year where it's like the Jesus festival.
Yeah,
they all get together and they go to this mound and they're like, "This is where Jesus." Yeah, but they say that it's like, because basically I was looking up Jesus' tomb and all this sort of stuff, and there's like 5 places that claim to be Jesus' last resting place.
Yeah.
And I think the most legit one is like obviously somewhere in like Jerusalem or something.
Is that where they found the Shroud of Turin or whatever?
Oh, where it's like his face in the...
Yeah.
His face has been like fucking...
like Han Solo in the Carbonite.
Exactly. Yeah, the Shroud of Turin, where it's like, was his body wrapped in it, so then his face got like imprinted onto the fucking fabric or whatever. Yeah.
But it was just his brother getting fucked into the...
yeah.
It's like the pillowcase.
Some bondage. There's the pillowcase. Yeah, face down, ass up. His fucking face just got imprinted on the fucking pillow.
That's how he got buried in the mound.
That's where
face down, ass up. Yeah, that's the bump in the mound. His arse is just sticking up. But yeah, so there's this guy, Sawaguchi, he's still going.
So how come Christianity never took off in Japan then? Do you know what I mean?
But there is Christianity thing in Japan?
I don't really think so.
Oh no, he was a Buddhist.
Oh no, it is, yeah.
Is it like a big thing?
Big. I think it's 10% or something, but it's big enough.
Yeah.
Noticeable.
Yeah. But he
could be
was
wrong
like,
about that,
he was like, I'm a Buddhist, so I don't really think it's a big deal that I'm a descendant of Christ, you know?
So he's not even using the family Sawaguchi name.
He is keeping
He's gone off on his
Sawaguchi.
own. Yeah, but he's turned his back on Jesus and Jesus' religion.
Yeah.
What a cunt.
I know.
Fuck that guy.
And then
he's
opened up a fucking...
yoga, Pilates place somewhere.
But there's a business there that opens every Sunday and they just sell like little knickknacks and stuff. Like little Jesus is on the cross and all this sort of stuff.
Is the cross made out of chopsticks?
Yeah. Can you use chopsticks? Do you know how to use chopsticks?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do chopsticks. Yeah.
When I went to Japan, I was like, I'm gonna learn just to be culturally appropriate. You know, like when in Japan, do as the Japanese do, and hate brown people.
Do they?
Oh, they hate anything that's not white.
Do they? But they're not white.
I know, but they're. You know, someone told me this, and I believed it for years. Why their eyes are kind of like, you know,
bugs.
Huh?
Bugs.
Oh Jesus.
No, it's
they're human.
No, they're human. They're not bugs. They're not bugs, Tommy. They're humans.
They're cockroaches.
Jesus, cut that out. My God.
I heard they evolution because there's so many bugs in that their eyes are. Oh,
what did they
to
like?
Protect them from bugs and that.
Oh, I thought you were
I
implying
swear
that
to
they. I thought you thought that they like mated with bugs. I thought you were saying that they went and they had sex with like fucking
They
blue,
just
blue
fucked
bottles.
Everywhere,
Yeah.
bugs are everywhere. But then why wouldn't I would feel like bugs would be a bigger problem in Africa, and they don't have.
Well, I feel like
Yeah.
the bugs are bigger in Africa. Do you know what I mean?
That's why they got big cocks. They can bat them away. They can swat the flies away with their cock. Get out of here! You know. Or no, but this is what I heard about the bugs. Not the bugs, the eyes. It was that it's the angle of the sun,
Right.
and it was like the way it was hitting their eyes that they what's the word, evolved to have eyes
Squint.
Yeah.
that were squinting because of the
Perma-squint,
sun.
yeah.
And I was just
can't
like,
be right.
perma-squint. I think that's something that you put on your car to defrost it. But
Yeah, squint
the-
game.
Squint game. Oh. If there's a poor guy in Japan, you think he goes, "Oh, I'm fucking squint." You know what I mean? Man, can you lend me 10 yen? I'm fucking squint. Oh, so racist. But yeah, he was like squinty Fia. But he's got yeah, my Japanese friend, he's broke. I say he's fucking squint.
He's just tipping his empty wallet out like.
Yeah. Squint games.
Well, that's kind of like what happens when your wallet's empty. It's kind of squinting.
It is kind of
like
You know
squinty.
what I mean?
I've always thought if you get a wallet and it's empty and then you put it vertically, it looks like a vagina.
Well, yeah, it
Yeah.
feels like one sometimes.
Meat
What?
wallet.
Yeah. It's a big meat wallet.
Yeah, ham wallet. That's the name for a vagina.
Oh, it's a
Yeah.
ham wallet.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice. But
So you keep your ham.
Shit, what was I saying there about the eyes?
Squint.
So I believed that about the eyes.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
yeah.
the angle of the sun or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I looked it up and was like, no, it's just nothing to do with that. It's
Yeah.
just some. Actually, hang on, let me have a look.
It's
at that.
hard work when you're like
Huh?
your life is like based on a lie. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, based on an eye. I lie. Okay, listen. Why do Asian people?
How squinty eyes?
Well,
I bet
I'm
it's
not
the
gonna-
bug thing.
I'm not gonna type that in.
Well,
Why
yeah,
do Asian
don't-
people have different eyes? Come on now, Tom. Different eyes. This is a very educational podcast.
Yeah, I feel like we could sell this to Discovery
yeah.
Channel or
So they call it monolid eyes.
monolid.
That's
There's
a bit
two eyes.
fucking. Why do different people have different eye shapes?
Are they trying to say monolith, but it's their accent?
Okay, so monolith. Okay, here we go. You gotta go to Reddit. That's where the most reliable information is.
Yeah, I've always said that.
There are many variations that cannot be explained as giving a specific advantage or being a specific adaptation to an environment. A particular variation becomes common in a region. Oh, I don't know. This is fucking.
I think it's the bugs, man. I think.
Okay,
bugs.
so the theory is that Asian populations evolved on high altitude steppe, and then the fat deposit under their eye protected from reflecting light on the ground. So it's kind of right. Or else that's just some George Wheeler eugenic.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you look at the
Emerald
shape of
tablet.
their skulls.
You look at the fucking shape of their skulls. Yeah, look. First of all, it's Northeast Asians that have the particular fold in their eye shape. Not all Asians. Second, different eye
Hashtag
shapes.
not all Asians.
Not all Asians. But second, different eye shapes are caused by fat deposits under the eye. And one theory is that it evolved to protect the eye against the cold or against the stronger ultraviolet light found in snowy and desert environments.
Yeah, that makes more sense because Eskimos also.
Oh, we can't say that anymore.
Yeah.
Wait, can't you?
No, you
What
can't.
are they called?
Inuit.
Inuit.
Fuck
Inuit.
off. That doesn't
eyes.
roll off the
In it.
tongue.
Inuit.
Eskimo
Yeah.
rolls off. It's a good word.
Eskimo.
Who's sticking
Eskimo
up for these
Joe.
Eskimos saying you can't
Eskimo
say that? Do you
Hammond.
know what I mean? Because
Eskimo- what?
yeah, so you know, like this whole culture of like, oh, you can't say that, you might upset a black person. Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Where are the Eskimos that
Exactly.
need sticking up for? Do you know
I
what I mean?
said at a gig the other night, I said Eskimo. And I was like, oh, I can't say that anymore. And then some girl was, in fairness, she was laughing and she was like, no, you can't. And I was like, are you an Eskimo? Do you know any Eskimos?
Yeah.
It's one thing if you're like dropping slurs and there could be one of those people in the room. Or someone who knows a person that is that slur.
Yeah, who's squint?
But
yeah,
there's no one knows Eskimos.
If you can tell me what country the Eskimos are in, then I'll stop saying
Greenland, Siberia, northern Alaska.
it. Right.
Yeah. Baked Alaska, great ice cream. But I fucking had like a repressed memory.
Of being abused by
Come
an
back.
Eskimo.
No, not be abused by an Eskimo. No, yeah, in his igloo. And So I had this memory pop back into my head where, and I can tell the story now because my dad's retired, but he used to, this is like back in the day, right?
Yeah.
Fucking late 90s, early 2000s. And my dad, as a prank, we would order like a Chinese.
Yeah.
Right? Like once a week, we'd order a Chinese takeaway, on a Friday.
Like a prostitute?
All right, boys, we're getting a Chinese.
Daddy's getting a new wife.
Yeah.
Daddy's getting a Chinese.
Yeah.
Take
Kids
Let
can
the
have the
boy
leftovers.
watch.
The leftovers are just as good the next day. You feel like you come and you want to have sex again 20 minutes later.
Soaks it up. It's always better the next day. The flavor.
Put it in the
It
fridge.
tastes
put it in
good
the
cold,
fridge.
yeah.
But so my dad used to call them the Chinese place, and he just invented this like kind of racist kind
Voice.
of thing. Well, not the voice.
Oh.
He didn't invent the voice.
Oh.
But he,
I was going for you.
Yeah. My dad actually invented the
my dad invented the Asian voice. But my dad used to call it the Chinese restaurant, right?
And do the voice.
And
too.
order food in an offensive Asian voice. And he invented like an offensive fake Japanese or Chinese
Wang
word.
King or something.
He ring up and he go, what did he used to say again? He used to call up and go, oh, Ninja Watcha! in the phone. Ninja Watcha, which is just like a word he invented. And he would be like, oh, Ninja Watcha! Can I get a fried chicken with the thing? And he never got in trouble for it.
Oh,
Which
that's
is
so
funny.
funny.
Who would they go to?
That's
Like,
Well, they could be like, this is a hate crime.
No, back
or-
then there was no hate.
Yeah, there
There
was
was no
no
hate
hate
crimes.
crimes. And they were probably
There was
the
only
only
love
Chinese
crimes.
people about.
They were probably the only Chinese people about. And then he'd be like, oh, they're going to believe the one Chinese family in Ireland or this beautiful white Irish
Were they allowed to
person?
vote?
Huh?
Were
The
they
Chinese are allowed to vote.
Oh, I got pissed.
Only on certain issues. Okay, you go, Tommy Buns.
Yeah, just
you
about
you go
fireworks.
take a piss. But
Taking
yeah, so
the piss, mate.
yeah, he's been behaving himself.
There was one slip up.
Oh, there was a
recently.
little sneaky.
We didn't confront him though.
No,
He's been very, very cordial lately. He's been
really, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Sorry, didn't mean to get in your way there, bud.
Are you back on speaking terms with him, or are you?
No. It'll never be like it's because it's just
some things have been said that you can't take back,
No, exactly.
like me calling him the N word.
Yes.
I really expect him to be like, "Hey man, it's not cool."
Hey man, I know a black guy. Hey man, I've got friends.
Hey man, I served in the army with.
What the
Black
fuck
guy.
is he doing here? What is it like? Just.
But you were saying the guy downstairs hates Ukrainians, the new guy.
Yeah. He's like we were just having a chat outside. I think I was like smoking a joint a few days ago, and he comes out and he's like talking about like politics these days. He's like, everyone. What they asked me, like, what's your opinion? What's your opinion on Ukraine? What's your opinion? Who gives a fuck about Ukraine? It's like, what's your opinion on Israel, Palestine? I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
I live my life.
I live my life.
Yeah. He's like, it makes no difference to
Where's
me.
he from?
I can't remember. He's like from like one of the Viking countries, like
Scandinavia?
yeah.
Who are we talking about? Comedian?
No, there's a guy
No,
new housemate
new guy
downstairs
Oh,
who
yes.
doesn't like Ukraine. But
Wait, no, he doesn't. He was
He's
basically
apathetic.
saying he doesn't. He's saying people are full of shit when they have an opinion about like
yeah.
wars fucking miles away. He's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
doesn't. He's like my He was just annoyed at people asking him his opinion on these things when he's like, I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
He's like, there's fucking. He's like, I pass 20 homeless people every day.
Yeah.
Like, what the
Yeah.
fuck?
It's
Is
just
that?
very-
I don't care about them either.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It's selective empathy. Selective
Yeah.
empathy. Yeah, because like
Oh, there was a fucking homeless guy on the train yesterday
yeah.
who was like rolling around on the floor and just kept like hassling this guy, just like grabbing his knee and stuff. He's like, oh, I'm gonna, like, I don't know what he was talking about.
Yeah.
The guy was just on his computer pretending to ignore it.
What
And
a
he's
bitch.
like, if you don't fucking think that, then I'll have to beat the shit out of you. But he's like on the floor and like he's
Yeah,
in
like
no position.
raving around and
I was
shit.
just thinking, man, if he had done that to me,
Yeah,
like if he
yeah.
had put his hand, I would have
Yeah,
like,
fuck
Yeah.
that.
I can't touch homeless people. It's an OCD thing. I can't.
no, I would have kicked him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Get out
it
of
would've
here.
been-
You could elbow him or something if you had a jumper on.
I
or
would have
something.
yelled. I would have
fuck
taken
that.
it to 100.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
You
same.
can't let them
Screaming.
touch it.
Yeah.
Touching is.
I can't
crossing the
let
line.
you get close.
Yeah, I can't let you get close. Let's go into a fighting stance. fucking like this. But like like when a homeless person's coming down the thing, I like move or I get my knees up into my. I'm like I just can't. I touch
really? What? Like
I can't
every
touch
time?
them because they just come on and they're like.
I forget that you have a bit of OCD.
What?
I forget that you have a bit of like germ OCD, don't you?
I mean, I've got full blown OCD, but there's a bit of
germophobia. Yeah,
there's a touch of germophobia in there.
I open
when I go to bars, I have to lift the seat with my foot. Like
yeah, I do that as well. Yeah.
I touch it with my foot. Sometimes I flush the toilet with my foot as well. I don't want to touch the button.
yeah.
So I open it with my foot and then I flush the thing with my toes. I go psst, like that.
Yeah.
And then the funny thing is I don't wash my hands because I don't want to touch the taps. Because the people have. But I don't. When I piss,
it's like the door. You touch the door to go in there. Think of all the pissy cunts that have been in there just touching that door.
When I piss in a urinal, like in the thing. I don't want to. I don't touch my cock. I don't touch my cock. I don't. I go in there.
You have someone touch it for you.
Yeah, someone touch it for me.
Excuse me, I need help.
I get the black dude selling fucking chewing gums and cologne in the bathroom to fucking help me piss. And I'm like, there's a fucking pretty penny in this
like
for you.
Napkin on it.
Yeah.
Here we go, sir.
Here you go, sir. And so I go in because I don't want the splashback of like when you piss. On a urinal in a urinal, piss can like splash back onto your hands. So I go in and I like stand at the urinal.
Oh, so you're like trying to get like nothing but net. You're like you're not trying to hit the backboard.
I'm not trying to hit the backboard. So I shimmy my trousers down so then my cock comes out and then I kind of stand. I kind of stand with my hands on my hip like this.
You're trying to pinch your cock with your pants to kind of keep it up.
No.
You're doing like the up on the with the elastic.
No. So I go in and then I pull down my trousers. This is why I usually go to a cubicle because I don't want to be seen doing this.
Is that what people are doing in there when they piss in the cubicle?
What?
I've always wondered what people are doing.
Well, some people have stage fright and they don't want to piss.
Constipation.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. That's very good. But so I pull down my trousers like this so that my cock comes out. But it's not pushing my cock up. For those listening, I am standing up and down the stairs, and I do have my cock out. So just pretend that this is my cock, right?
Well, make it short.
Make it really.
That's the same color. So I'm like this.
It's so bruised.
Yeah, my cock is out like this, and I'm peeing. And then I piss so that my hands are nowhere in the splash zone.
Yeah.
And then when I finish pissing, then I go pull it back in.
How do you?
But then you get pissy
shake?
pants. Huh? Yeah.
What?
You get pissy pants. You need the shake.
I'd rather have pissy pants than pissy hands.
Nah, because if my pants get a bit pissy, that's me pissing for the rest of the day.
Right. Okay. Well, no, I do it so that I don't get pissy pants. So then I manage to go into the bathroom without touching a door handle, my cock, the flush button thing. I don't touch anything.
Yeah.
I give the little black guy a tickle if he's up for it. Like, but apart from that, I don't touch anything.
Yeah, that's not bad.
I had to use a public toilet. I just take a shit recently, and the toilet was already. You could tell it was like it had been blocked. Do you know what I mean? You know when it's like it's down, but like if I flush this, it's not gonna go down.
Yeah.
But I was like, fuck it, I have to.
You have to.
And so then I finish up. I go to flush, and it just keeps going.
Yeah.
And spilling over the side, and spilling over the side, and then going under the cubicle door. There's only one toilet in the whole place.
Is it busy?
And it's busy. So I'm just like.
Wait, are you standing in the flush?
I'm standing in the flush.
Oh no!
This is not long before I had to go on stage.
Rising sea levels.
yeah. This is global warming.
Yeah.
And I just have to. I'm just like. You just got to walk out with confidence.
Yeah.
Like you can't be like I can't believe, no. I just because everyone could see the water coming out from under the cubicle, and I was just like I just walked out like I didn't even notice.
Yeah.
Just washed my hands, and people were like looking at me like
there's water coming out.
I just stonewalled.
Yeah,
that's why you have to do the inconspicuous whistle when you're leaving. Like
yeah. That happened to me the other night when I flushed the shit, and then it got clogged and the water was coming up like this. And I was like, no. And then it just got to the rim. And I was like, and then it just went.
Yeah, it's such a relief.
Oh my God, the relief. What pub was this in? You don't want to say.
It's a club that I like.
Okay. Yeah, well, we won't. Well,
but it is a pub. It's
Well, that happened with
downstairs at the
Shakespeare.
King's Head.
Shakespeare, someone tried to flush a pair of jeans down the fucking.
Oh yeah, I heard about.
Or was that Cafe Mode?
Nah, I think that was
it
Shakespeare.
Oh, Cafe Mode was they went
Selling
in and
jeans.
someone shit themselves someone shit their jeans and they left the jeans in the toilet.
Yeah.
Just like thrown into the corner.
What did they leave the toilet with?
That's a good point.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just pantless.
Yeah, there was some pants in the South Ken toilet today as well. It was like someone shat their pants and had just... That was last night, sorry. And yeah, I guess, I don't know... They just go out in their underwear?
Just a comedian at a bad set. They fucking throw my shitty pants into the fucking thing. But, yeah, no, I mean, it's the toilet in there is like... But then this is a nightmare because when you flush that toilet... Whatever about the way it flushes, it like spits fucking like toilet water at you.
Oh,
like a fucking python.
Yeah, it's throwing up from all the fucking...
Yeah, it's like, please stop.
it.
It just, it kind of goes like, when I flush it, I have to kind of go like, and then jump back because it just goes and it starts spraying like
oh god,
pissy shit water. And you know, sometimes when you take a shit and then the water like, the water from the thing like splashes up and like hits your balls.
Oh, the splashback. That's the worst,
in public
man.
toilets I find a lot here. I don't know if it's because they use smaller ones because it's smaller spaces are going to fit in it. But my dick is touching the front of the bowl.
Yeah, man.
I fucking hate it.
I have to sit there and tuck it behind.
I put toilet paper there.
Yeah,
to
same.
What, just so your dick's kind of resting on
some toilet paper.
No, my dick's not big enough to have that problem. So
yeah,
well, no, it's more my balls are pushing my dick
fat.
forward.
Yeah,
okay. Yeah.
It's sitting on my balls, which...
I think your balls are kind of like a nice little pillow for your cock. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Your cock kind of like
little space
snuggles in
hopper.
between the little space. Yeah. It kind of snuggles in there like, ooh, you know. But
it's yellow.
that's what
pillows.
What?
You know how the pillows go.
Oh
yellow?
yeah, you don't want to see my dirty pillows. Talk about dirty pillows, man.
It's got fucking sour Gucci's face pressed into it.
Oh god, yeah, and
The
everyone
fucking
else
dirty bastard.
and the rest of them. In Germany, they have toilets like where it's like
a shelf.
It's like a shelf.
Do you know why that is?
In the thing, so they can look at their poo.
Yeah. They inspect their shits.
They inspect their shits.
What, like? That's an everyday man thing to do.
So it's like this.
Really?
It's like this, and then there's the hole. So then you shit and you.
Oh, and then
and then you flush, and the toilets in Germany are so powerful.
Are they?
I don't think you'll ever clog a toilet in Germany.
Oh,
because I have destroyed, and then you flush it, and it's just like
it's
like an air. You
know
when you flush a toilet on an airplane.
Yeah.
And it's like.
Yeah,
and it just fucking. But it's actually nice. You kind of shit, and you kind of go. Oh yeah, cool.
6 million shits a year.
6 million, yeah. They want to fucking. That's the joke. They even want to make sure that their shits are efficient.
I did this shit once on site where I was working. It was this job, and there was literally just a little
bucket.
Yeah.
No, I have shit in a paint bucket before.
Really? Yeah.
Oh,
you ran out of brown paint.
Yeah.
Because often if you're working on someone's house, often they won't let you shit in their house. Right?
Yeah.
Really?
Or it's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Oh, I tell you what, I've got a great little story here. So
Woo!
this is before the days of what do they call it when people have IBS?
Sour Gucci.
This is before the days when people knew about IBS. There was these brothers who worked on this firm,
Two
and
black guys.
they all obviously had that. No, no, fucking, there was three of them, and they all of them had IBS. Their name was Della Sal. We used to call it Della Belly.
Okay.
And we went to this job this one time, right? We parked outside. It's like you can't start till 8 o'clock, so the lights are on. We could see like one light go on in this room, another one in that room, blah blah blah.
So what was the job you were doing? It was
we were scaffolding someone's house.
Okay.
Oh yeah, scaffolder. So cool. And so we could see lights going on. We know someone's in the house, so we sit there. Gets about 8 o'clock. Start putting the scaffold up, and then my mate's like, "Oh, I need a shit." So he's like, "I'm gonna have to knock on the house," sort of thing.
Yeah.
So we fucking like knocked, didn't get no answer. Maybe they're in the shower, whatever. Who knows? Gives it another 15 minutes, goes and knocks again, and then they don't open the door, and he's like in the back corner, he's like, "I need a fucking shit." I was like, "We know you're in the house, you fucking cunt," blah blah blah, just slagging him off and all that sort of shit. He's like, "You're a fucking bitch," all this, and he had a shit out the back of the fucking. There was like a gap between the shed and the fence, like a tiny little gap. This geezer squeezed down there, taking a shit. He's like, "Yeah, fuck you slag." Yeah. About an hour later, some woman comes to the front door, lets herself in. She walks in and just sprints out. She's like, "She's foul, she's foul." And it was an old lady that lived there. She's obviously like fallen over. And she's like, "Help me, help me." And this geezer's taking his shit in her garden, like, "Fucking bitch."
the smell of the shite fucking knocked her down.
Funny.
Oh fuck! So that's why she wasn't answering the door.
Yeah, it was like laying there trying to like.
Right.
Oh, it's so funny, man.
Because old people get to an age where they fall down and they just don't get up.
She was fucked. Yeah, she was probably there for like 2 hours or so.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like just laying there, couldn't get up.
Yeah, that's what they said. Oh, is it going?
Yeah, I was just gonna say he's literally like, "You're a bitch. We know you're in there," and all that, like being proper loud about it.
She's like, "Help!"
"Please help."
Yeah. How would he wipe his arse? That's the one.
I don't think he did. I think he just had to, risk it.
That's what George said
sock.
he did recently. He just fucking.
Oh yeah, I heard that. Yeah, and he was like,
I just.
sometimes
I can't do
risk
George's
it.
voice. When I start to do it, then it just becomes Australian at some point.
Yeah, I feel like Hamish can do a pretty good George, to be fair.
What was he saying?
Where he said
One time he got up and he didn't wipe his ass. He just kind of.
I thought he said he was like, sometimes I can just feel it, so I just
he's like,
won't
and I
bother.
just trust it. I just get up and I just walk away.
I just trust it. Yeah.
Trust
I just
the
fucking
process.
trust it. Yeah, you fucking
He
can't.
gives a fuck. He gives a fuck. If he's a bit of shoe, he gives a fuck.
Yeah, fucking Josh Whedon does a great George. Like he's
Does he?
Oh, he's great. Yeah, just his face and everything. Like he's just what do you mean? Like, but yeah. So what was I gonna fucking say?
Taking
there?
shits.
Like, shits, the scaffolding.
Oh, I did have another story I was going to tell.
Oh yeah, go for it.
I did this shit.
You did this shit.
This is how all good stories start. I did
Yeah.
this shit, and what was it? It was like a little porta potty on site.
Yeah.
And like, I just never shit on site, man. If you're gonna use that, you know you're desperate.
Yeah.
And I went for this shit, and I was like I shit, and I swear to God, it was like a fucking baseball bat. It was like that fatness, and it
Nice.
like curled around the thing. It was huge, man.
Had
It
a
like
handle.
hurt my ass and all that.
Yeah.
So I like wiped my ass. I think it was a bit of a ghost wipey or whatever.
Oh, beautiful.
So you know, have you shit in a porta potty before, where you have to pull the lever and the blue dye comes down?
Yeah.
So I went to do the flush thing, and where the shit was so big, it spat out like the blue water at me. So I just closed the lid.
Oh, so it's like when you put your thumb over a hose.
Yeah.
It was like your shit over the thing.
It ramped up like a Hot Wheels
wow.
shit. Yeah, so it came at me. So I was like, oh, so I've closed the thing, flushed it down there, whatever. And then like I've carried on working. Later on in the day, the fucking labourer had to go in there and clean the toilet out, and it was like some dirty cunt's taking the biggest shit in there. And I was obviously like, oh, that wasn't me.
You're
And
there
it
with
was-
fucking blue fucking paint
Yeah,
on your
just
face.
all over.
Wasn't me. You got shit and blue fucking
Just
ink
got
on your
shit
face.
marks around
Yeah,
my
yeah.
mouth.
Podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the worst, man. He was
Like one of the guys from Avatar.
have a chat. Oh,
Yeah.
no, so right.
was
So
honourable
he
attempt.
fucking so the geezer had to clean the thing out, and I heard him slagging it off to someone. And he was like, "Some cunt's taking the biggest shit," and I was like, "I wouldn't even mind," but it was like the dirty cunt didn't even wipe their ass, and where I pushed the thing,
Yeah.
it's obviously taking the toilet roll down,
Oh,
but the shit
no.
was so heavy that it stayed in there.
Oh,
Yeah, and then
bollocks.
this geezer just had to clear up my huge shit. It was
And
like an
he's-
anaconda, man. I'm not even lying.
I've been in that situation where you have to like deny, like, you just have to pretend you're like,
Oh,
wow,
yeah, that's it.
I don't know who did that. That's
There's
Yeah,
literally
what a-
3 of us on
what a
site. I was
real
like,
cunt.
yeah, I don't know who the fuck did that,
Yeah.
like, honestly.
and I would keep that lie going until
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm like,
same.
no, was not me.
I remember once I was on a date watching a film with a woman, and she had her head on my shoulder,
Mm-hmm.
and I dropped the most heinous fart
Yeah.
of all time, like heinous. And there was no one around, so no one else could blame it. And I swear to God, so she was on my shoulder.
Heinous
and
Shepherd.
She looked at me, and was like looked, and I just stared
Yeah.
straight ahead. It was just. She was like. And she stared for like 10 seconds as if like wanting me to acknowledge it, and I just did it. And then she was like, just
didn't
went back.
even-
Yeah.
Did you even acknowledge the smell or anything?
No.
No.
Just proper
No.
gaslighting her.
Just
Yeah.
gaslighter.
Literally.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys, that was Tom Cousins, aka Tommy Coattails. His Instagram will be in the show notes, so do give him a follow. Also in the show notes is a link to the Patreon. Please support the podcast. That would be greatly appreciated. Also, tell people about the pod. That would also be greatly appreciated. I'm doing a work in progress on the 1st of May at the Bill Murray in London, and also on the 28th of May at Top Secret. Oh, God. The Black Lung. So you can get tickets for them on my Instagram. As always, thank you very much for listening to the pod. I love you. Goodbye. See you next week.